This is Sheila and today we're going to do a stretch body awareness class. And today's class is mostly going to be on the floor. I'm going to start with using one of these little balls here. They're therapy balls. You can get them at yogatuna.com. I can put the link in the body of this description of this video. What we're going to do with this is help ourselves to release some of the tension that we may be holding in our hips and the connection of our legs into our pelvis. So because so many of us have been sitting down and engaging with people on the computer, we may find that our ability to really maintain a straight spine is somewhat compromised. So this is what I do, and it's a pretty dramatic change. So what I'd like you to do is put your legs out in front of you and just sit up and just notice how it feels to sit on those two hips. And then we're going to take the ball and we're going to put it right underneath our cheekbone or our cheek there. And there's an area there that is sort of a little bit of a hollow. And then you're putting your legs and your hips back over onto that ball and kind of tucked it in sort of the center of the gluteus there. And you can wiggle it around a little bit by using your hands here to support you. And you're going to find a place that is kind of sore. And you're going to just sort of rock back and forth on that for a bit. And it can feel really intense. Once you've found that place, you know it because it's a little tender in there. Okay, and then you're going to take that ball out, and I want you to sit up, and I want you to notice what the difference is between the side we just worked and the side we haven't. You may find that all of a sudden, instead of having curved back here with your legs out, you're able to really sit up tall. So let's take it to the other side. And one side sometimes is more tender than the other. And as I say, you kind of have to wiggle around a little bit to find the place that is the most tender, and then you want to just stay there and sort of move a little back and forth. So you're really getting into that hollow or that area of muscles that are very sore. There are days that I almost want to scream when I do this, but the rewards for having done this are really amazing. You'll feel that you can really sit up and release there. Okay, so let's come out from underneath there, check that out, and you may find, wow, you can be nice and tall there. And since we have the ball, let's put the ball right underneath our right foot, and we're going to just rub the foot on that ball. It doesn't have to be super hard, and you can make back and forth motions, you can make circular motions, and you want to go all the way up into the ball of the foot. And it does a similar thing. It sort of helps to release some of the tension in the fascia and the muscles and the ligaments. You could do this standing up as well. But once you've taken that on that side, let's just release it. See if you feel any difference in terms of putting the feet down flat on the floor. You may find that the foot that you just worked feels flatter into the floor. And then let's take it to the other side. You know, there's many different things you can do with these balls. I'm not going to get into much more than just this. And if you don't have a ball, you could use a tennis ball. You could take a sock and fill it with a whole bunch of socks, really packing it in. That might help. But these little balls are really the best. So if you can, you should find yourself purchasing some. I think 2 of them are about $15, $16, $17, and they last basically for a lifetime. All right, so let's take that off, check again, see if that foot got a little bit flatter to the floor, and enjoy that release that happens in the feet there. So I'm going to get rid of my ball, and if you don't have a ball, then you consider this as the start of the class. So let's start with one leg in front of the other. Remember that I always like it that your legs are a little farther away from your torso so you can truly get that straight back, which now, having done that, you may find you can really achieve. So let's start with the shoulder. We're going to circle the shoulder up, around, and back, and reverse to the other side. Up, around, and back, and down. Keep going. Up, around, back, and and down, circling up. Lift, around, and repeat. 2 more sets. Forward, lift. As your shoulders loosen up, you can find that you get a little bit more of a range of motion around and down. Once more in each direction. Lift, up, back, and down. Forward, lift, back, and down. Let's bring both arms up. And we're going to twist and open to your right. Arms go down. Bring them through and lift. Twist and reach. We're going to take 3 more sets. Lift, reach, and now try and send the arms to the back and to the front a little bit more so you get a little more twist in the body and around and down. 2 more sets. Lifting up. Breathe and twist. Coming up. Breathe and twist. And lift, out, and twist, and lift up, over, and twist. Come back to center, reverse that circle with the shoulder back, up, front, and down, back, up, front, and down. Keep going, back, lift, front, and down, back, lift, front, and down. Keep going, breathe, up, and around, back, up, make it go forward and down. Last one, back, lift, front, and down, and back, lift, front, and down. Bring the arms to the side, and twist, come to the front, lift up, and twist, come to the front, up, and twist, come to the front, lift, and twist. 2 more sets. Center, lift up, and twist. And center, come up and twist. And center, lift it up and twist. And center, lift it up and twist. Good. Let's drop our heads down. Chin goes to the chest. And lift the chin up and drop it down. And up. Drop it down. And lift, drop it down, and up. Come to neutral position. To the right, keeping the shoulders down. Back straight to the left. And over, and up to the other side. Reach, and side, and reach, and side. Come neutral. To the front, we're going to go down, down, up, up, drop down, up, double down, double up, double down, double up, center, double right, double left, to the right, and left, right, and left once more, right, and left, center, triplet, down, up, down, up, down, up, drop it down, and up, neutral, right, left, and left, right, and right, and left, and left. Good, neutral, circles drop down, carry it to the side, lift it up, and around. Repeat, circling, you're using your breath, you've got tall spines, and side. 2 more, drop it down, and side, lift it up, and side. Once more in this direction, drop, and side, and lift, and side. Drop it down in reverse, front, and left, and lift, and side. All the way down, circling, use your breath, and lift up. Make sure you're leading with your chin, and circle, and side, and up, and side. Once more, drop it down, and side, and lift it up, and side. Coming all the way down, come up neutral. Good, tilt the head. We're going to lift this shoulder up, so we're lifting the shoulder up. Exhale, drop the shoulder down as you try and twist the head a little bit more to the side. And lift up, inhale, exhale, and drop. Maybe get a little more of a stretch. And lift up, And exhale. Last time, lift up and exhale. Gently bring that head upright. Let's go to the other side. We're tilting the head in the opposite direction this first time. And get over there. You might feel a little more tightness. And then let's breathe in with the shoulder up. Exhale, drop the shoulder down as the head tilts some more. Breathe in. Exhale, press it down. And breathe up. And press it down. Last time, breathe in. And release it down. Coming up to your neutral position. Now we're going to work with the scalenes. And these are these two cords, big, huge cords along our neck. And you're going to notice that once we've worked them, although it may be a little tender, you're going to find a lot more ease. So from here, we're going to go right behind our jaw, put our fingers into the front of that cording there, and just slide them down in front of that whole mass. And you're going to feel some tenderness in some places. So just go through them, breathe through them, and come all the way down to the collarbone. And then just wiggle that out. You might already feel a little release on that side. We're going to take this 2 more times. So you're coming in with your fingers and you're pressing in front of that whole long tendon. And second time, maybe you can get a little bit farther in. It might feel even more tender as you go down and you're sort of sliding the hands down, fingers down in front there, all the way down to the collarbone. Good, and we're going to take it 1 more time. So here we go. Pressing in and then pushing and sort of trying to fold in front. So you're sort of lapping in front. And yeah, there might be some real tender areas there. We're coming all the way down. Into the collarbone. Good. Okay, so now really sense what has happened, what's different between one side and the other. You can tend to let your shoulder drop down more. You may find that your jaw opens up if any of you are into clenching your jaws these days. So let's take it to the other side. So we're going behind the jaw here, underneath the ear, but in front of that scalene, and then we're pressing in. Now this first time, you're not going to get too far in, but you're sliding your fingers down. In fact, I'm not getting very far in there at all on this first time. And then all the way down to the collarbone and release. Now, even though that may have relaxed some of the tension in the jaw, we're going to do 2 more sets. Here we go. We're pressing in front of the scalenes. This time I can get a little bit more curled in front along that scalene, all the way down. You get to modify how much pressure you want to put in there. And let it go, all the way down. Good, let's take that 1 last time. Here we go, pressing in, sliding in front. And you may find it feels different from one side to the other. Might be more tender on this side, it might be not quite as tender. All the way down and release. Excellent. Okay, just sort of shake that head out. You may feel like your neck has gotten longer. All right, let's do some work with our arms. So our arms are out and we're going to press down. Backs are straight and we're pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and face the palms up. 1, 2, 3, backs are straight, breathing. 5, 6, 7, 8 more, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, palms face, and 1, 2, 3, 4, keep going, 6, 7, 8 more, breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and to the back, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back straight, 7, 8. Bring the hands so that they're dropping palms down, and we're just going to bend the elbows down as the arms come in and out, and bend and out, and bend and out, and bend. We have 4 more. Out and bend and out, and bend and out. 2 more. Bend and out, and bend and out. Good. Now we're going to flip the hands. 1, 2, and over and out. And you're going to definitely feel this in your arms and shoulders. And back and open. Keep going. Back and open. Good. Keep shoulders down, open, and back and open, and back and open. Okay, release the arms. Let's take those circles with the shoulders one more time. So we have forward, lift, back, and down. Forward, lift, back, and down. Forward, lift, back, and down, and forward, and lift, and back. Other side, and go forward, lift, back, and down. To the front, and lift, and back, and down. Circling front, and lift, and back, and down. Front, and lift, and back. Reverse it, going to the back, and lift. Now, because of the work we just did, and back, lift with the head and the scalings, you may find that you can get a bigger circle. Lift forward than you did when we were doing them one at a time at the beginning of class. Drop, other side, going to the back, and lift, and front, and down. To the back, lift, front, and down. 2 more. Lift, breathing, drop. Last one, all the way to the back, lift, front, and down. Good. Using the arms, you're going to lift the arms up, and then exhale, dropping the heads down. Again, arms lift as the head goes up. Breathing in, exhale, and head goes down. 2 more, lift it up. And exhale, head goes down. Last time, lift up. And exhale, and head goes down. Excellent. Let's bring our legs out in front just to give the folded knees position a little bit of a rest. We're still sitting up tall because we really activated and opened up those hips through the balls. Our feet are pointed, and we're going to just push our ribs to the side, and ribs to the side, and reach out, and out. And you notice that I'm not lifting my hips. I'm just trying to shove those ribs right out to the side, and side. Let's go front and back. Push front with the chest. So you're really letting the chest come forward, and back. Curve it back. Front and back. We're thinking of our upper chest, front, rib cage area, and back. Good. And front and back. Let's go back to the side. So you're neutral, and we have a double. Side, 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 side. Reach side, side, and out. Keep going. And side, side. Good. Out. And last one, out to the side. Double left. Neutral. Front, front, front. Back, back. Front, front. Back, back. Go front, front. Back, back. And front, front. And back, back. Neutral. That triplet. Side, side, side. Side, side, side. Reach and out. Left, out, and out. Neutral. Front, front, and front. And back, and back, and front, front. Good. And back, and back. Neutral. Let's circle front to the side and back. Hitting each one of those directions with the rib cage. Front. You can put your hands on your rib cage if that makes it easier to find it. And front and side. Good. Back and side. Last one. Front and side and back and side. Other way. Go front to the left, back and side, and to the front and side, all the way around. Good. 2 more. Circling, breathing, back and around. Once more. Your feet are still pointed, side and back and side. Good. At this point, let's flex our feet out, keeping the back straight. Push through the balls of the feet and point. Flex. Balls of feet and point. Again, flex. Ball of feet and point. Flex. Ball of feet and point. Come to a flex position. Rotate the legs out at the hips. From here, ball of feet and point. Flex. Ball of feet and point. Flex. Ball of feet and point. Flex. Ball of feet and point. Let's circle around. Try to keep the legs in a rotated out position. Oftentimes we do this circling with our feet when we have our legs in a more parallel position. But we've rotated the hips here to activate some of the gluteus muscles and hip rotation. And let's take 2 more circles around. We're still sitting up tall, circling and release. Other way, out and around. Good, out and around. Keep breathing as you circle through those ankles, feeling the stretch that happens in the ankle that's on the other side of the direction of where your toes are. And we have 3 more, I believe, out and around. Keep breathing out and around. And last one, circling out and around. Good. You're still in that rotated position. And let's bring the legs up. We're bringing them into a sole-to-sole position. And let's still get that divine flesh out from underneath us so we can maintain that straight back. Just gently pushing forward in a flat back. Elbows go out against the legs there. And then come upright. And press forward. Just to help ourselves ease into this next position that we'll be doing, reaching over, flat back, and up, and over. Elbows go out, but I'm still in that flat back. Good. And come upright. Now let's go into that flat back. We're going to put our hands outside, the feet on the floor, and from here, take a deep breath in, exhale, and slide the hands out from the hips. Dropping the head down, letting the elbows be loose. Now this first time you're not going to get super far, but I want you to be holding from the hips. You may feel some stretching on the inside of the hips there. And let's take some deep breaths with an exhalation at the exhaling of the breath. Inhale, exhale. Allowing the body to fold forward from the hips. Shins go down towards the chest. Deep breath in, noise. You can find you can get a little lower. Deep breath in, exhale. You might need to scoot your fingers out in front a little bit more. And last time, deep breath in, and exhale. From this position, let's take a nice pulse, or you can take a hold, 8 counts. The pulse comes from the hips, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, keep going, 6, 7, and 8. Bringing your hands back into your foot, into your ankles. We're going to circle slowly. So we've opened up the head and the shoulders and the ribs, but now we're starting to get a little bit more into the mid and lower back. So we're going to be very gentle and nice. So here we're just making these big, huge circles, trying to maintain the legs where they are. You can let your arms slide and arch back a little bit all the way around. You can have your eyes closed if you want, dropping down. You may find that you're able to get a little farther over in each direction as we do this 3rd circle. Good. And then we're going to come all the way down and take a 4th circle. So we're opening up a bit in that lower back, in the side body. Good. All the way around and down. Let's come down to our resting position here. Hands can be out. And again, you're folding from the hips. Let's take those pulses, or you may take just a gentle rest while you're doing this. Deep breath in. And we have pulse. 1, 2, 3. Really folding from the hips. 5, 6. Shoulders are relaxed. 7, and 8. Bring the hands back in. We're going to circle in the opposite direction. So we're moving and trying to start to warm up the lower spine, the mid spine, because we've let so much of the upper spine and head and neck and shoulders get a nice opening. Lift around, and that opening helps you get a deeper and bigger circle and starts to engage that lower back. Here we go on the third circle around. Good. And let's go into our fourth one, all the way around. Breathing. Coming around to the front and into your resting position. And then roll up through the spine. Coming to the upright position. Let's close the legs. Now you may have gotten a stretch in the inside legs too. Let's bring our legs straight out in front of us and we're going to flex our feet. And let's just rock side to side. So now we're starting to engage the hips a bit. And of course, the hips are very attached to and connected to that lower back. So you're getting a little more action through that lower back. Good. And out. Good. Keeping the feet flexed. Let's curve back, elbows back, and just push the hips forward, one hip at a time. And press. Good. And reach. So you're pressing the heel away as the hip moves to the front and your upper body is twisting. Let's take two more in each direction. Press and press. Good. And reach it out. And reach. Good. Coming up right. Relax the feet. Now we're going to use the hips in a circular pattern to move our bodies forward. It's like we're walking with our hips. So our knees are nice and loose. We're going to lift the hip up. Push that hip forward. Drop it onto the floor and put your weight onto it and lift this hip up. Push it forward, drop it down, and shift. So you're really walking forward. You're going to find yourself coming off your mat as you continue to take this position. So you're lifting the hip up, come forward, drop it down, lift the other hip up, press it forward and down. Let's take it once more on the other side. And your upper body is going to be counterbalancing what's happening with those hips. Lift, push it forward and down. And now we're going to go straight back with the hips. So let's flex our feet and push the hip back as we inch our way back onto the mat, keeping our backs nice and tall. So we're working through the hips in a different way on the floor. Relax the feet and we'll repeat that starting from the left side and down and shift. Lift, forward and shift. Breathe up, forward and shift. See how far forward you can push that hip forward as you move, because we're trying to cover some space. And you'll find that your upper body is going to start to really react, and it almost becomes an undulation. We have one more on the right. Here we go up, press it forward and relax. Flex feet and start back with the left. Back, 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 back. Push, 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 push. Okay, good. Let's once again start activating that fold in the hips there. Feet are pointed, arms up this time. And we're going to go into that flat back position. So our head to our tailbone is in one long line and our arms reflect that. And come upright. But again, we're trying to work from the hips, not from the lower back. So it's not a curved back. And up, you may not find you go very far. And forward, good. And come upright. And once more, forward, reach. From here, let's just hold this for a second. And I want you to see is if you can pretend that somebody's grabbed your arms, you're keeping your hips directly on the floor, taking a deep breath in. And then your friend pulls you a little bit more on that diagonal line, which is going to give you a little bit more stretch in your hamstrings. Good. Coming up right. Let's go to take that whole thing with a flexed foot. Arms up, sitting up tall. And we fold with our heels pressing away so we can start to feel some stretch through the back of the leg. Lift. And again, reach over. Use your breath. Usually when you are exercising, you want to use your exhalation on the effort part of the movement. And lift up, inhale, and exhale. This is the effort part. And once again, maintaining the position where you are, feel the heels reaching away. You've got your hips on the floor, your shoulders down, your friends grabbed your wrists, deep breath in. Exhale, and they pull you along that line. So we're starting to really get more of a deeper stretch in the legs. Good. And then come upright. Excellent. Let's come back to a bent knee position. Making sure that we have the divine flesh out of the way. And let's take some side stretches. So we're going to curve over to the side, getting the elbow bent as close to the floor as we can here, keeping the opposite hip on the floor. From here, let's take a press with the bottom hand, still maintaining this arm going out to the side. So from here, deep breath in, exhale, and press. So you're shooting the bottom hand out a little bit and trying to get a little farther over to that side stretch. Then ease the elbow down, breath in. Exhale, press, sliding the hands maybe on the floor a little bit farther so you get a longer stretch. Hips on the floor, and release, bend. Exhale, reach. You may find yourself noticeably more over to the side. Last one, bend elbow down below. Inhale, exhale, and reach. Good. Put the hand down, help walk yourself up, and let's go to the other side. And let's switch legs. So now we have the left leg in front, we've got the left arm down, and reaching the arm over your head, the right arm over your head. You've got your elbow down. Deep breath in. Exhale, sliding that bottom arm and reaching the arm over more, keeping both hips on the floor. Ease off, inhale. Exhale, sliding the bottom arm, reaching the arm. Top arm over to the side, both hips on the floor. Again. Inhale, exhale, reach, good, and elbow drops, inhale, and last one, exhale, reach, good, drop the hand down, roll yourself up, excellent. Let's go back to those twists that we were doing earlier on, arms up, twist and shift, and lift. Twist and shift. And you may find that you really can get more of a twist. Up, twist and shift. Breathe up and shift. Keep going. Lift up and open. Bring it up and open. Let's do one more in each direction. Lift up and twist and lift. Up and twist. Excellent. Let's bring the legs back out to your open position. And we're going to bend one leg in and open it to the side, hugging the foot to the thigh there. Backs are straight. And just to make sure we're really getting that straight position, we're up on the sit bones, let's rock back. So we're curving it back and then push upright. And rock back and push upright. And you'll find that you're getting a little bit of a contraction in that lower back, and contract it, and come upright. Good. Arms up. We're going to reach our hands out like a hoop over towards the toes in front of us. So our feet are pointed, shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, reaching through that diagonal and all the way down. If you can grab underneath that foot, that's great. If you can't and you have your hands up by your leg, that's fine. So from here, keeping the hips down, folding from the hip of the long leg. Let's take a deep breath in. As we exhale, pulling with our hands to get our bodies over more, still folding from the hip. You're going to find a stretch in the hamstring perhaps, but definitely through the side body of the bent knee leg area. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, pull. Breathe in. Exhale, pull. Allowing your body to lower last time. Inhale. And exhale and pull. Reach the hands past the toes if you can. Lift them up. Come to an upright position. And we're going to switch the legs. So this leg that was bent is going to now be long. And this leg is coming in and you're getting the foot right against the upper, the inside thigh there. Once again, straight backs, arms up. Pointing the long leg, shoulders are down, deep breath in. Exhale, reach out and bring the hands as far beyond your toes as you can, and then find a place to hold on to. Remember, we're folding from the hip of the long leg. Elbows drop, deep breath in. Exhale and pull with the hand. Lowering the body. Again, deep breath in. And exhale, pull. 2 more sets. Deep breath in.
Exhale, pull. And last one, deep breath in. Exhale and pull. Reach the arms out beyond that foot, coming up right, and release. Now we're going to take that once again, but with flexed long foot. So we're going to bring this foot in. Again, we're aiming it so that it really touches the inside thigh there, making sure the divine flesh is out, and our heel is pressing out on the long leg, our backs are tall, our arms are up, shoulders down. Deep breath in. Exhale, folding over in that flat back from the hip of the long leg, bringing the hands around as far out beyond that foot as we can. And our elbows are bent, our shoulders are relaxed. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull. Breath in. Exhale, pull. Again, breathe in. Exhale and lengthen the body along the leg. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale and lengthen. Reach the arms out past that foot if you can, up, and let's switch. So we have the bent leg now flexing, and the leg that was long is now coming in, adjusting so you're still truly sitting up tall. Arms up, shoulders down, breathe up, and folding from that flat back position out and along the legs. So you're really feeling that fold coming from the hip of the long leg, shoulders are relaxed, heads are relaxed, deep breath in. Exhale, pull. Deep breath in. And pull. Breath in, third time. Exhale and pull. Fourth time, inhale. And exhale and pull. Reach the arms beyond and lift and come upright, arms open. Good. Okay, we're going to turn to the side of the mat and let's have our knees bent. And let's really get into that lower back and help that lower back to feel like it's getting more flexibility through the vertebra there. So from here, long spines, inhale, exhale, and you're going to roll that back out. And then dip the head, roll the chest forward, and come back up to an upright position. Again, exhale, we start through the hips and the lower back, and then the head drops. And then coming out of that, we drop the head in that curve, and coming up and straight. Again, exhale, roll, curve, letting the back move, drop the head down, dipping it, coming up to an upright position with that spine. And the last one, curve, exhale. Head's going to be the last thing that drops down. That's the first thing that dips down, coming up, and coming to a straight position. Good. From here, let's roll all the way down. You can grab a hold of the backs of your thighs and bring your legs in with you, knees to the chest. And from here, we're going to just rock side to side along that lower back. So you're really allowing the arms to lead you by pressing into the legs, but you can feel the stretching out that's happening in that lower back. Let's take one more rock side to side. And then come to a neutral position. And let's put our feet on the floor. Now, this class is pretty methodical in terms of the way we're going and how we're warming up the body. And we're going to start working and really focusing on the lower back. And we're going to do something called the Feldenkrais pelvic clock. So our knees are straight up, our feet are down. And we're going to imagine that our pubic bone is 12 on the clock. An analog clock, not a digital clock. And our navel and our lower back on the other side is 6. So we're going to press down, so we're going to push 12 to the floor, pubic bone to the floor. At 6, our navel is going to go up, so we get an arch through that spine. Rolling down along the hands, of the clock to the center, and then all the way down to 6. So you're pressing 6, navel and the back that is opposite the navel is being pressed into the floor, but 12 is coming up. Your pelvic bone is, pubic bone is coming up. And press down, rock through, and arch. So 12 is down. Push through, drop, 6 is down, 12 is up. Let's take 2 more of those. And drop down, arching the back, so 12 is down, 6 is up. And roll through on the floor, through the hands of the clock. 6 is down, 12 is up. Once more. And you're going to notice as you do this, if you really relax, your head, neck, and shoulders are going to go with you. So 12 is down, 6 is up. And once more, rolling down. And we have 6 down and 12 up. Let's neutralize that position. And then we're going to rock to the side, and we're going to move ourselves over to the right hip, left hip comes up, and we're going over to where 3 would be the corresponding place on the clock. So you've got a little push over, we're trying to make 3 go down, 9 come up. And then we're going to roll across the hands, if the hands were going across on the clock, on the floor, and put 9 down and 3 up. Pushing down into the floor, try to feel the hands as we go across over to 3, and the right hip is down and the left hip is up. Dropping down, pushing over into the floor, and 9 is down and 3 is up. And this is kind of like a massage. Here we go over to 3 once more. And in this position, you're going to find that you might get some movement in the legs and in the lower back there, maybe your shoulders going side to side. So here we are, 9 is down, 3 is up, going across. And once more, 3 is down, 9 is up. And last time, dropping down, we've got 9 down and 3 up. Come to a neutral position. And now we're going to start taking some circles along the edge of the clock. So let's drop 12 to the floor. We're going to move over to the 1 position if we were thinking of a clock face, and then move over to a 2. And 2 might feel a little difficult to get to. You might have to press and move some parts of your body to help. And then move to that 3, which is familiar. And then we're going to move into 4. Breathing, moving to 5, being down on the floor, and 6. So here we are. 6 is down, but 12 is lifted. Moving into 7. Pressing into 8. Pushing into 9. We've got 10. 11. And here we go back to 12. So 6 is up and 12 is down. Let's take it again. 1. And the second time, your body may find that it can move a little bit more fluidly. 2. Coming to 3. 4. You may have to press with your feet to help you with this. 5. Pushing into 6. 12 is up. Moving into 7. Putting it to the side. 8. Moving into 9. Pushing into 10. We've got 11. And then moving back into 12. Good. Let's neutralize the spine. You might find that your spine, as you neutralize it, gets longer. And let's bring our legs to our chest once again. And you may find that you can hug your legs in a little bit closer to you. We're going to go back and go in the opposite direction, but I want to give your lower backs a bit of a rest. So we're going to stretch our legs up, both of them. And we're going to flex the feet out. From here, pressing the lower back into the floor, you're going to first press the right heel up a little bit. Maybe the right hip comes off a little bit. You can see that my leg is lifting up a little higher and come down. And then push with the other one. And you can use your hands to help you. And release and push. We're going straight up with that right leg. It's reminiscent of the 3 and 9. but we're pressing the lower back into the floor and getting a stretch in the backs of our legs. And down. Here we go. Right leg once more. It's a little rock. And come down. Engaging the abdominals as you do this. Press up the left. And drop. And once more. Right leg up. And down. And press out through the heel. Left leg up. And down. Good. Let's bring the knees back into the chest. You may find that your lower back feels flatter. And let's put the feet down on the floor, flex the heels, and then drive the heels out. So you're stretching the legs all the way out there. Good. And then release. Okay, let's bend the left knee to the side, foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling. Right foot, knee adjust. And let's go back into that Feldenkrais pelvic clock, but we're going to go in the opposite direction, counterclockwise. So we're pressing 12 to the floor. 6 is coming up. And now we're moving over to 11. And then 10. 10 might be a little challenging to get to. We're trying to press that part of the circle on our back to the floor. And then we come to 9. So 3 is lifted. And then moving into 8. And circling to 7, to 6, so 12 is up, and moving into 5, really pressing, and 4, 3, 9 is lifted, 2, 1, and then passing into 12 down, 6 up. Let's take that again, 11. See if you can smooth it out a little bit more. So you're moving in continual circle here, 10, and hitting each of these points, 9, but passing through them. 8, 7, 6, 12 is up. 5, good. 4, 3, 9 is lifted. 2, passing through 1 and into your 12. Excellent. And release it. Good. And let's let the legs go back out again. And just rock the hips side to side. So if you've been having some lower back pain, you may find that this really helps to open up the muscles and let the muscles relax. Okay, right knee bends to the side, foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling. Left leg to the side, foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling. Adjust the spine. I actually have to move down because my spine is lengthened out so much I think my head's coming off the mat. So we're going to work with the legs now. I'm going to start with my leg that's closest to you. And we're just going to bring the knee into the chest, put the hands on top of the knee. The hands become the guide or the leader. And you're going to just take tiny little motions front and back, making the hands do the work. The leg is trying to relax through that hip joint. We're going to be working in the hip joint, but in a sort of a passive stretch, micro stretch, just to open up the hip and allow it to feel like it is unblocked. It has freedom that it might not have in your normal day-to-day movements and sitting so much at the computers. So the hands are guiding. You're breathing through that hip. And then come to a neutral position and start to move the hands to the side. But again, we don't want the leg to help us. We want that hip joint to stay very passive. It's being manipulated by the hands, almost as if somebody else was moving you, that their hands were working as opposed to yours. And you would not be efforting. You would allow the hands to lead you through this motion. Good. Come to a neutral position, and now the hands are going to lead you in a circle, a very small circle. And again, you want to think of breathing in through that hip, asking all of the ligaments and muscles, tendons, the fascia in that hip joint
to relax completely as your leg is being manipulated by someone else. And then come to the end of that circle, and let's circle in the opposite direction. Now, there may come a point where your hip kind of doesn't want to let go. And so just breathe through it. You might want to slow down the hands as you move through that point to give it a chance to breathe and relax so that the hands can do the work, not the legs. Just take one more circle in that direction. And by the way, as we do this, there is some gentle work in the lower back too. Okay, come to your neutral position, gently bring the knee into the chest, and you may find that your knee can go a little farther forward than it would ordinarily. Put the foot on the floor, hands go on top of the legs, slide that leg out, and then let's let the other leg come down and give a little bit of a massage in that hip joint there. And then give yourself a moment to check and see if that hip joint feels any different than the one that we have not worked with. You might feel that the leg that we've worked with is lying on the floor in a slightly different position than the one that we haven't worked yet. So let's make the right leg bend to the side, foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling, left to the side, foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling, adjust the spine. Again, you may find that you're getting a longer spine, releasing through those hips. So the other leg you're going to grab with the hands, and remember your hands are the leaders, and we're going to gently bring the knees forward and back. You may find on the second side that you really can feel the difference in terms of how your back is moving as your knee is being pulled forward and back by the hands. Again, think of breathing through that hip joint. Relaxing all of the ligaments, tendons, muscles, fascia. So the bones can relax too. And then come to a neutral position, and the hands begin to lead the hip joint through the leg, side to side. Again, still trying to find ease in being passively led in the hip. If you really can imagine yourself breathing in through that hip, it helps to it really does help to help you relax through all of the body parts in that hip joint. Come to a neutral position and begin circling. Hands are leading. If it helps to imagine that it's somebody else that is holding your leg and guiding that knee around so that the other end of the bones there in your hip can truly relax, then go ahead. Nice and easy, breathing through. Again, you may find that there's parts of the circle that feel a little more congested, and you can go slower in them. Let's take one more circle in this direction. And then come to a neutral position and begin circling in the opposite direction. And you can notice that you've got a circling, an answering circling that happens actually in the lower back. On that side, you might feel like it's a little bit of a massage. Breathing through that hip. And come to a neutral position. Let's put the foot on the floor and flex the foot, drive it out, and then allow the other leg to come down, relax the feet, and massage into that hip that we just worked on. And then rock the hips side to side. And notice how much longer maybe those legs feel because we've opened up the ligaments here in the front of the hip. Okay, left leg goes to the side, foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling. Right leg to the side, foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling. Now we're going to bring this front leg in to the chest.
and we're gonna rotate the leg out. So we've got the knee going away from you. We're gonna flex the foot and brace the back of that ankle against the thigh. And from here, let's take a nice deep breath in. We're gonna reach the arms up and then take our hands and push them from the hip there, driving the heels of the hands along the leg and out. And you're pushing the hip and that leg away, so you're getting a different kind of stretch in that hip joint. Let's take that again, deep breath in. Exhale, push and drive out. You're sort of rubbing and massaging the leg out, away from you. Let's take that again, deep breath in. Exhale, push, drive, and lengthen through that hip joint. Good. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale, press and push that hip out. So you're going to find that your knee is going away and deepening that rotation out position. Excellent. Release that. We're going to take our hands and slide them underneath the leg. And we're trying to put one hand underneath the ankle there, and the other hand can be just below the knee. If you want to, you could also hold with your hand in front. We're trying to keep it parallel so it's flat, like it is a tray, and you have some fantastic food that you love on it. So from here, deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to bring that tray closer toward your head. So you're going to find that you're getting an opening through the thigh. Now the knee is still trying to stay parallel with the heel. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, bending the elbows to bring that leg closer to you. You're going to find that you get more of a rotation and a stretch around the back of the thigh. Breath in. Exhale and bring that leg into you. Third time, as you exhale, should feel somewhat enjoyable, this stretch. I mean, that's the dancer's mentality, that stretching, even though it might be a little intense and challenging, is enjoyable. So let's take that once more. Deep breath in. Exhale and bring that leg closer to you. So you're getting a deeper stretch on the outside and back of that leg that's coming up towards you. Still maintaining that flat back, that flat tray position there. Good. And then lower the leg slightly, bring the knee into the chest so you've got a parallel position. Knee comes in, and you may find that knee can come a great deal more closer towards your chest, and foot comes down. Once again, let's slide that leg out, press the heel, and just push the heel away from you. Pressing away, so the hip tilts, release, and press away. Good, and release, and press away, push it, and release, and press it away, and release. Good, relax it, let the leg come to the side, foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling, adjust your spine. Now this leg may feel more activated, maybe there's places where you feel blood flowing that you don't feel on the other side. So let's take it to the other side. Knee comes into the chest, notice what it feels like. And then rotate, flex the foot, and let the knee going off to the side. So we're trying to rotate that whole hip. This leg is parallel. Arms come up. Inhale. Exhale. Now we begin pushing from the heel of the hand into that hip joint, and you're pressing out through the hands along the inside thigh to push the leg behind, away from you. And it opens up that hip joint in a different way than we were doing before. And again, hands up, inhale, exhale, press the heels of the hands into that thigh, reaching it out, pressing, and pushing that knee away from you. 2 more times, inhale, exhale, press into that hip, lengthen out the thigh and the hip, away from your head. Last time, deep breath in, exhale, pushing into that hip joint, and then out along the inside thigh and away from you. So there's very different kind of feel there that's happening in that hip joint. Hand slide underneath. Again, you've got one hand underneath the ankle, the other hand can be on the knee, or it can be around behind, but you're trying to come into a flat position, that tray, housing the beautiful food, whatever it is you can choose that you want and you don't want to spill. So from here, deep breath in. As you exhale, you're lifting that tray closer to you, trying to maintain a flat position. Your elbows are bent and you're trying to keep your shoulders down. And you're just beginning to feel the stretch in the back of the hip there. And around the side of the thigh. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bring that tray closer to you. You may find that one side is stretching more than the other or feeling more challenging than the other. Deep breath in, third time. You might need to adjust your positioning with your hands. Exhale and bring the leg up. Once again, dancer mentality. Stretching feels great, even though it might feel really tender. Deep breath in. Exhale, pulling that leg up. Nice and tight and close to you. Yep. You've got that stretch happening, opening up areas of your legs and hips that you have not necessarily felt in quite some time. And then release, come back to a parallel position, hug that knee in. It may feel like it can go all the way in a nice tight position. Flex the foot, drive that heel out, and we're going to again push the heel away so the hip is tilted and release. Deep breath in. Exhale, tilt and release. 2 more times. Press and tilt and release. Once more. Press and tilt. Push it away and release. Let the other leg come down and just notice as you rock your hips side to side how everything feels in that leg. You may feel a bit of a rush as you did on the other side, the blood flowing through areas that have been congested before. Let's take a little foot drum so we've got the whole body moving there. Excellent. Okay, bending the knees, rolling to the side, and pushing yourself up. I know this class is moving very slowly, but it's I'm doing this on purpose because I want us to really be able to open up different parts of our body that in a very micro motion way that can help to make some great releases through the body. So let's move our legs into a side position. Now, you may find that you have a little more freedom through here because we did that little micro motion work in the hips, but we haven't really worked through the hamstrings so much. So that's what we're going to work on next. And we've got the divine flesh out from underneath us. We're going to work through the hip and go into a rotated position. And you're going to let your knees bend. But from here, we're going to push the hip and rotate it. And you may find you get a little bit more of a stretch on this leg, but we're trying to think of that hip as rotating. And then come out. Let's take 3 more of those. We're going to press and rotate, keeping the backs so that you're folding from the hip here. We're not getting a curved back. So you feel more of a stretch on this leg, but you've got that hip really rotating. And open. And again, rotate. And come back. Last one. And come up with the hip. This knee can be slightly bent. And rotate. And come back. Good. Settle. And let's go to the other side. Be careful on this first one. We haven't worked on this side doing this one yet. So I don't want you to push too hard. Rotate. Good. And open. And rotate. Feeling that stretch on this leg. Good. And open. 2 more. And rotate. Shoulders are down. And open. Beautiful. And rotate. Feel that rotation. Feel this stretch on this leg. And open. Good. Sitting up once again, adjusting yourself. Let's put our feet into a pointed position. Sliding the heads down, rolling down through our spine, like that dip that we did before, dipping down and out. Hands can rest on top of each other.
Your forehead can be on top of those hands, or you can be on your elbows, whatever works for you. But feeling the inside thigh stretch. Flex out through the heels and allow the body to lengthen down on the floor as the heels reach away. Once more, point the feet, deep breath in, exhale. As you exhale, try to allow the body to drop. Flex out, deep breath in, exhale. Point the feet. Now we're going to gently walk our hands around, keeping the hips where they are. We're going to reach towards the long leg on the right side. We're getting a side body stretch, but we're also working the inside thighs. And then we're going to continue, and we're going to take one hand and bring it behind the leg, the right leg, and the other one is on the other side. So you're got sort of bookends with your arms there. Elbows are bent, hips are down. Taking a deep breath in. As we exhale, dropping the head down, closer to that leg. Again, breath in. Exhale, maybe you can slide your hands a little bit more out towards the foot. 2 more sets. Deep breath in. Exhale, sliding the hands. Opposite hips on the floor. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale and drop. Bring your hands in as you roll the spine upright. And then twist and face front. Let's go back into that forward slide. So we're diving down and out. Now the side that we just stretched may feel a little bit easier to maintain that rotated position. So let's move this over gently to the other side. Keeping both hips on the floor, heads are down. Whatever position you're in, you need to modify this for yourself. You can do. And we're breathing and trying to relax into this stretch. And then you're going to take the back hand and bring it around so you've got the bookends and adjust yourself. Both hips are still on the floor. Heads are dropped. You may find one side a little bit easier to stretch or more challenging to stretch. And as we stay in this position, feet are pointed, deep breath in. Exhale, slide the hands out a little bit and drop the head down. Breathing in. And exhale. Folding the body over the leg, increasing the stretch on the hamstring of the leg that we are bending over. 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhale. Last time. Deep breath in. Exhale, maybe the fingers are inching out, feeling the long line that happens there. Shoulders are relaxed, elbows are bent. And then using your hands, you're going to roll up through your spine, then come to an upright position, and then come to your neutral position, and slowly bring the legs together. Good. We have one more twisted stretch, long legs out there, divine flesh out. And we're going to bring our arms up. As we exhale, we're going to come back to that twisted position with our arms, but we're going to take the back of the hand along the knee. And then we're going to slowly slide forward with that hand. So we're trying to drop our body over from the hips in a twisted position. And you can feel pressing against that hand there to help you twist, stretching along the hamstring, but also a twist in the spine here. And then sliding yourself upright and come to a neutral position. Reach the arms up. Breathing in. Exhale, opening to the side. We've got our hand against that knee. We can press against it so we can twist. And then we're going to slide and fold from the hips over and down. And there's many different places where you might feel this. And you're going to go to your range of motion. Twisted, pressing, and feeling the stretch in the hamstring, in the back. Oh, there's multiple places where we can feel this. And then coming back upright. We're going to take this once more in each direction with flexed feet, arms up. Tall backs. Open, twist, back of the hand goes along the knee, and then pressing, twisting. By pushing the hand against the leg, you can twist the spine a little bit more, reaching the hand out, dropping the body down, and feeling multiple places where you're getting a stretch here. Abdominals are tucked in so you can fold over. And then slide, coming back up. And come to neutral position. Let's come to the other side, arms up. Twist, back of the hand against the knee. And pressing and twisting, sliding along that leg. Allowing the other arm to drape however you like. Dropping the head down. Seeing if you can increase the stretch through the hamstring here and the sides of the body. Make sure you're breathing. And then rolling back up. And come to the center. Good. Let's come to a folded knee position. Reaching the arms out to the side. Let's press the elbow down. Curve to the front. Folding from the hips. Circling round. Press the elbow down. Hips arm to the side. Feel that little stretch. And come up. Let's take it to the other side. Reaching over. Hips stay on the floor. Draw, curve around, feeling the lower back. We've opened it up so much with that Feldenkrais clockwork. And lift up. Let's take that one more in each direction. Over, breathe, swing around. Come to the side. And come up. Last time. And breathe it over to the side. Circling around to the front. Coming to the side. And okay, arms lift up, clasp the hands together, and come into your heart chakra. Thank you so much for joining me on this very gentle but thorough stretch. When you stand up, I want you to feel how tall your body feels, especially because of the work we did in the lower back and the hip area. All right, enjoy.